Hey everybody, this is Puka, bringing you a brand new series aimed towards players just trying to get started in the Pokemon TCG. Just about every day, somebody comes up to me and asks, "Hey Puka, what's a good competitive deck that I can start with?" So this series is just going to be all about showing off competitive decks that are aimed to be very simple, but they can still remain pretty solid and they can teach you the basics of the game and kind of get your feet wet in the competitive aspects of the Pokemon TCG. So we're going to go through a couple different decks in this series. The first one we're going to look at is one that's been around for a while, and it's a very powerful one, and that is the Blastoise Keldeo deck. So let's go ahead and take a look at this deck. So the heart of this deck is going to be your Blastoise line, as you can see here. We're going to start off with 4 Squirtle. Of course, the maximum amount of cards you can play of a copy of one card is 4, so we play as many Squirtles as we can. That's 4. You want to play this one because it has the Shell Shield ability that blocks damage to it done to it on the bench. That's very important. So we have 4 Squirtle, and we have 1 Wartortle. Usually we're not trying to evolve slowly into Blastoise through Wartortle, but it does help to have one in your deck sometimes in case you do get a slower start. And then for Blastoise, we want to max out on this just to make sure you execute your strategy as often as possible. Now, it's important to note you do not need the maximum rarity of the cards like I have here. Unfortunately, all I really have on Pokemon TCG Online are these super shiny Pokemon, but you can use any Blastoise that has these statistics, the one with the Deluge ability. You can find this in Boundaries Crossed. The shiny one here is in Plasma Storm, or there's another copy of it in Plasma Freeze as well. And it also comes in a theme deck. So if you're looking to get it there, that is another option. So Blastoise, I guess I should actually talk about what it does. It allows you to attach as many water energy as you want during your turn. That's it. You break the 1 energy per turn rule and attach as many water as you want in a turn. That's what it's used for. You're going to power up your other Pokemon. That is the main purpose of Blastoise. Hydro Pump is a solid attack. We're probably not going to use this very often, but it is important to know that it is there. Hydro Pump can do 100 damage for 4 water energy. I've used it before. Definitely just keep that in mind that it does exist. Alright, so the main attacker of your deck is going to be Keldeo EX. It has the Secret Sword attack, 50 plus 20 damage for each water energy attached to this Pokemon, and you can see just why Blastoise and Keldeo go so well together. You just keep attaching water energy to your Keldeo EX, and Secret Sword does a ton of damage. Just 3 water energy, and you're doing 110 damage. If you can get up to 6 water energy, it'll hit the magic 170 HP mark, which knocks out a lot of these Pokemon EX, for example, Keldeo, which give up 2 prizes. So there's really no damage ceiling for Keldeo EX. You can knock out just about anything if you have enough water energy, and that is important to note. Because that's what makes this deck so powerful. It's fairly simple, but it is extremely strong. So Keldeo is your main attacker, and you're going to have a backup attacker in Mewtwo EX as well. Another Pokemon that does more damage for more energy that you have on it. X-Ball, 20 damage times the number of energy attached to both the defending Pokemon and Mewtwo EX. So Keldeo and Mewtwo work very, very well together with Blastoise. You're not going to worry about the side drive attack. We won't be using that at all. Just focus on X-Ball. And that's really it. Just power up these attackers with Blastoise. Pretty simple. For the trainers, this is normally an extremely important section of your deck. This will determine whether or not your deck functions most of the time. And since this is for beginners, we're going to make this as simple as possible. We have 16 supporter cards to make sure you can execute your strategy pretty much every game. We have 4 Professor Juniper. Discard your hand and draw 7 cards. This is probably the most powerful draw card we have. Skyla allows you to search your deck for a trainer card and put it into your hand. Very helpful for finding this rare candy, which I should have mentioned earlier with Wartortle, we only play one of those because we play 4 rare candy, which allows you to skip from Squirtle all the way into Blastoise. So often, you will find yourself playing Skyla to search for this rare candy, so that you can evolve from Squirtle right into Blastoise and get that out into play as soon as the second turn. Another supporter card that is extremely good is N. It's a bit of a complicated one. You both shuffle in and draw until you have as many cards as prizes. So at the beginning of the game, you'll be drawing 6. As the game progresses, it most likely will become weaker for you, but it can act as disruption for your opponent, putting them down to low numbers of cards after they've taken a bunch of prizes. We also have Colress. Shuffle your hand in your deck and then draw a number of cards equal to the number of benched Pokemon both players have. So you can draw up to 10, but be careful, you could also draw 0 if nobody has any benched Pokemon. So it's a very hit or miss supporter card. That's why we only have 2 of it. And then we have a pretty vanilla supporter in Bianca. Draw cards until you have 6 in your hand. So between these 16 supporters, you should be able to draw cards pretty much every turn and get set up quite well. The other trainer cards we have are Ultra Ball. This is a very standard card. You'll find this in just about every deck. Discard 2 cards from your hand and search for a Pokemon. Pretty simple. Allows you to search out exactly what you need. We also have 1 Level Ball, which allows you to search for a Pokemon with 90 HP or less. And that'll be useful for grabbing your Squirtle or your Wartortle. Pretty simple. That's really all it does. Oftentimes, on the first turn, you can find yourself playing Skyla for a Level Ball to grab your Squirtle. Another extremely important card is Superior Energy Retrieval. You discard 2 cards from your hand, and then take back 4 energy cards from your discard pile, and put them back into your hand. So if you have 4 water energy in your discard pile, you can immediately just get them back, and then use Blastoise's Deluge to put them on your Pokemon, and you have instant power. That is what makes this deck extremely effective, and you need 4 of these in your deck to really take advantage of it. We also have an Energy Search, another trainer card that allows you to search out a specific card. This time it's going to be Energy. We play this because we use so many Skyla, so we can search for this if we need to just search for an Energy. Then we have the A-Spec card, which you can only have 1 of in your deck. Computer Search. This is probably the overall best A-Spec card. It's pretty simple. Discard 2 cards, and you can search for any card. So it's a very flexible, versatile card. You're never really upset to see this in your hand, because you can search for anything. It's pretty awesome. And then we have a high number of water energy cards, 14, so that we can go ahead and deluge onto the Pokemon as quickly as possible. So this is pretty much a simple, straightforward Blastoise Keldeo deck. Very powerful. There are a lot of different things you can do with this deck once you have, played some games, gotten some experience. But if you're just getting started out and you want to just learn the basics, this is a good place to start. A very simple, strong deck that can really go toe-to-toe with just about anything. So, hope you guys enjoyed this first video. I'll definitely have some more soon. I'll have some more different strategies, different decks to try out. Blastoise just seems like the best one to start off with. But we'll have some more videos for you soon. If you guys have any suggestions, please leave them down in the comments, either for what decks I can do, a different way to approach this, anything. I'm open to all feedback. But until next time, thanks for watching, guys. I am Puka from the Top Cut, and I'll see you guys next time.